Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be talking about Birkins, Kellys, Hermes. Are they really worth it? And in particular, after examining what we've seen Linda Evangelista showcase on her Vogue video, What's in My Bag on YouTube, and after Kate Moss for the September Vogue edition issue video, What's in My Bag on YouTube, also showcased a Birkin, just like Linda Evangelista. And then there's a little bit more something that goes with it. Is it worth it? Is this really the journey? Is the journey worth it? Well, we're going to get to it. After you subscribe to my channel, push the join button next to the subscription button after you've subscribed and become a member. Gain access to extra perks on top of that. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob for all spelled together for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday, and you're all welcome to join the live chats and the conversation. Let's cue in the chats. Let me shift to the side as we blend in the chats. There you go, you guys. Now, Blue Bannisters, how creative to showcase a Birkin. Eye roll. So let me tell you, it's not like I've been a fan of this whole concept that Hermes has of the journey, of this kind of not knowing whether or not you'll be offered a bag, not offered a bag, how to get to a bag, how to be able to buy a bag. Is there a game to play? Are there rules to play? Is it all about luck? Is it about what gender you are? I mean, there's all these theories. We've touched base on all of them in many of my videos prior to this one, and you can go check those out. I mean, really interesting conversations. But ever since these last two videos hit, and they hit literally like one after the other. Well, they hit me one after the other, which was the Linda Evangelista What's in My Bag video for Vogue, and then the Kate Moss What's in My Bag video for Vogue. Both of them showcased Birkins. Now, you might think, well, maybe they just want to show off because that's the most, coveted bag at the moment. And they want to be like, yeah, we're top models. Of course, we have access to them. Like, there's that. And I took that in consideration as well. But then there's something else, you guys, that hit me. And in order to explain that, I also want to say thanks to Kev. There he is. Kev is right there in the chats. Thank you. Yeah, thumb up the video. But also Kev sent on our Discord. By the way, if you're a tier 1 or 2 member or patron, you also get access to the exclusive private Discord of the Fashion Bunker. So Kev shared a couple of pictures there as well, which made me think. And let's start this journey, this picture journey together of the Birkin. And let's try to see if we can come to the conclusion of whether or not this bag is really worth it. So thank you, Kev. Big shout out to Kev for sending the pics. But let's begin with the first image, which is the screenshot that I took of the video of Linda Evangelista for Vogue. Now, Linda is very covered up. She's been very covered in several videos now. She's had some issues with cold something. What's it called? Cold procedure, something cold shaping, and they kind of botched her physically. So I hope she's going to be able to heal from that. But anyway, until then, she's very covered up. She still looks fabulous, even though she's covered up. But it's the Birkin that we're interested. Sorry, for me, she's over there. I know I should be looking like this to see her, but anyway, she has this black Birkin, which I believe. Cool sculpting, says Dovi. Thank you so much. Kev says cool sculpting. Cool sculpting, cryolipolysis, okay. That thing. All right. So anyway, we adore Linda Evangelista. She can literally turn into a blob. I would still be praising her. Like, looks are not everything. It's also what you have inside. And she has a lot inside. So anyway, this Birkin is, I guess, a 35. 35, I want to say. Now, what is interesting is she mentioned in the video that the bag was gifted to her by Hermes. She made it very clear, you know, like she didn't even have to buy it, living for that moment. And as if that were not enough, she also said, you know, Hermes took me to this room and I could choose whatever I wanted, honey, you know. And she's like, and I looked up there and there was this dusty old Birkin at the top. And I said, oh, I want that one. And Hermes allegedly told her, oh, Kev, you think it's a Birkin 40? Okay. And then Hermes associates told her, oh, but it's so obsolete, this model. Get a newer model, darling. And she's like, oh, no, I like the obsolete model. I'm humble. I'm humble, darling. Well, it turns out she is kind of humble because this bag, she says she got it in the 80s. Hermes gifted it to her in the 80s, allegedly. So she says in the video. Now, everything I say in this video is just for entertainment purposes only, just my opinion, not rooted in truth or facts. Everything's alleged. So she, you know, they gifted her the bag in the 80s. Oh, I believe her too, En. Oh, I believe her too. And then Kev sends a photo of Linda in 1990 with this bag. Let me show you. There she is, Linda, in the night. Look at her. Oh my God. Isn't she incredible? She's just, I mean, amazing. Just amazing. No words, really. Wow. Just no words. Anyway, there she is. Now, Kev, I agree with you here. I would also say, I mean, she's like super skinny and all, so the bag looks bigger, but it looks like a 40. It looks even bigger than a 40. But anyway, there she is with her Birkin. And she says in the video she got it in the 80s, and then she used it in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the 10s. Now she's using it in the 20s. This bag is almost 40 years old, you guys. Almost 40 years old. And she said she does lift a bag during the Vogue video, and it's busted on the sides, and she's like, I love and wear this bag, so it's used up, but it doesn't matter, I still love it. So I thought to myself, I love an old used up Birkin or Kelly. For those of you who follow my channel, you already know I have always spoken out about that one particular Kelly bag that Kate Moss has that she uses for partying. It has like holes on the sides. It's really, really busted, but it looks so cool, so bohemian. But anyway, so this is a black Birkin, gold hardware, you know, very classic. It's not a soft leather, but the quality that this thing, you know, almost 40 years old, is surviving and looks amazing, even though, you know, the corners are busted. It's something that made me think. And then just a day later, Vogue drops the Kate Moss video of Kate Moss saying, what's in my bag? And let me show you that photo. So this is a top view of Kate Moss's Birkin. And yes, Kate Moss also decided to take a Birkin along and show what's inside her Birkin. Now, this particular bag is maybe a 35. It looks like a 35 to me. Very interesting. Interior is fully in leather. Exterior is leather on the corners and the top, and then the main body is in fabric, which appears to be denim. And then she starts pulling stuff out of the bag, and she has a ton of things inside that bag. And then again, Kev jumps in and helps out and sends pictures of Kate Moss wearing this bag years and years and years prior. And it's not that, you know, Kate just took this bag for this video. Like, we see her wear it, and here are some pictures of her wearing it. Here's Kate Moss stepping out of a car or stepping on the sidewalk with her Birkin. Very boho chic, as we can see. She really looks like she could really, really still be a perfect match with Johnny Depp. They dress the same, literally. So I still believe Kate Moss and Johnny Depp have a future together, but who knows? And there she is with the Birkin. It looks amazing. She's been using it for many years. That's the Pete Doherty era, I believe, says Kev. Well, but now, look at her. And also what she wore in the What Fits in My Bag video, her style fits completely Johnny Depp style. And it says model icons don't need Birkins as a status symbol. They love and use their bags. And this N is what I wanted to get to next. This is exactly the point. Why I have been so turned off of Birkins and Kellys, and why I've been so against them, mostly because people treat them and baby them a lot. And that makes the bag ugly to me. What does that mean? I don't like seeing when people protect them too much, when people don't, when you put the twilly to not make the handle dirty, you don't close it completely, you don't want to fold it, bend it too much, you want it to stay pristine. It's that treating these very highly functional bags as candy treats. Ah, the real Shakeen. Yes, Queen. Thank you for supporting. Subscribe to the real Shakeen, by the way. Thank you for the support, love. Very kind of you. And subscribe to real Shakeen's channel, by the way. Real Shakeen just got a Birkin too. Go check out her Birkin and her Telfar. That shit is in storage. She's in her bag. So anyway, it's that babying, that reducing, that making the Birkins and the Kellys into these little miniatures at a certain point to like, so that they're not usable, but they cost $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 new in store, not secondhand market. But you know what I mean? Like they've lost their functionality. Now, if they had a symbolic price, a miniature Birkin, and you get it for $1,000, like, okay, I would get it. It's the novelty. I totally understand that, but they still cost $7,000, $8,000, even though you can't put anything in them. So it's that transformation of what a Birkin or a Kelly stand for that for me made them ugly. But then seeing Linda showing her beat up Birkin with the holes on the sides, just enjoying it. Kate Moss showing her beat up Birkin, loving it, stuffing it. Like that bag never betrayed her. That bag never stood her. That bag is with for years and years and years. Linda's bag is with her for like almost 40 years. Well, that to me makes me love it again. And as if that were not enough, let me show you the next picture. We have one more of Kate Moss. There she is again with her Birkin. She uses it. This is kind of like all these pictures that Kev sent us prove to us that it's not that she just like has this like let me show a cool Birkin for the Vogue video. No, there's paparazzi pictures of her wearing it, or whoever took these pictures wearing it on several occasions. She loves this bag. It's a practical bag that never stands her up, This is what makes me want a Birkin, because it lives a long life. It's not going to fall apart or peel like some other brands do lately. And if you just enjoy it and use it, it will be with you for your entire life. Maria says, Dacob, I've been an Hermes fan and I have a few and I don't baby them. I love them, and I've told you I have seen Hermes repair busted Birkins and they make them brand new again, which is amazing. Sina says, I'm living for the outfit. Maria B says, I have been one of the only ones here in the Fashion Bunker, Team Hermes versus Chanel. Right, but let's not compare the two, because as we know, Chanel is not a bag brand. Chanel is a couture brand. Hermes is a leather brand. Very different things. So let's not compare them. Now, Kate Moss is showing the very British approach to high-end goods. There needs to be functionality to it. It's super functional. But as this is not enough, you guys. There's more to, several years ago, the fascination that I had with a Birkin. Now, I could show you Samantha Jones with her Birkin, but truth be told, that episode of Sex and the City, the Birkin episode with Lucy Liu and Samantha Jones, I did not like what the Birkin made them do, and that kind of obsession around it made the Birkin ugly for me. So I'm not gonna show that Birkin from that episode with Samantha Jones from Sex and the City here, because it's not the direction I'm going into. I'm showing stuff that makes me love the Birkin, not stuff that makes me dislike the Birkin. But if we're talking movies and TV shows, and movies in particular, that make me love a Birkin, let me show you the next picture. Well, actually, before we get to the movies, let me get to one more actress who is impeccable with a Birkin. Check this out. Julianne Moore, the ginger goddess herself. You know, redheads, the best color that goes with red is green. This is the best color she could have chosen for a Birkin. And look how just chill. She's also just wearing it as a shopper. Probably has had it for many, many years. We all stan and love Julianne Moore. Is it Lindsay? No, I think it's Julianne. No, this is Julianne Moore, you guys. Maybe I'm blind myself, but I think this is Julianne Moore. Everybody saw Lindsay. Am I wrong? Maybe it is Lindsay. I thought the sunglasses cover up a lot, but the lips seem like the lips are Julianne Moore. Ingrid says to Maria, yes, they are meant to be worn. Those bags will outlive me. Oh, yes. It's Julianne Moore. Okay. So I was right, thank God. Could you imagine? Because I was immediately Julianne Moore, but you know, if a lot of people write it's Lindsay, well then it's Lindsay. Completely different people, says Danny. So the ginger goddess herself, Lindsay Lohan, is also a ginger goddess. We love Lindsay Lohan too. Anyway, this particular shade of green is so beautiful for freckles and ginger hair. Just amazing. The fact that she chose it, that combo, is a testament to how well she knows herself. And she just uses it. Look how used up that bag is, but in a good way. And it's beautiful because it's used up, not because it's pampered, babied, twillied up and all. Love it to bits. So this makes me want a Birkin. I would still go for gold hardware, not silver, but silver hardware suits Julianne Moore. You know, and Kev is saying, I think this is also a 40. It's interesting to see all the OGs using 35 and 40s when all the young starlets are using nano bags. Very interesting point, Kev. But the OGs are big bags. The Birkin stems from the Huck, the HAC bag, which is literally for horse riding boots and a saddle. So this thing is meant to carry stuff. Okay. It's not meant to be a little fart bag. It's meant to be a poop bag. Now let's get to the movies that made me love the Birkin. Here's the next picture. The Royal Tenenbaums. Now, as we can see here, in the Royal Tenenbaums, Wes Anderson movie, we have a Birkin 35. Again, a bigger one. And these are the ones I love the most. Actually, even bigger than 35, I would go for a 40 plus. You can see how the edges are busted. Lady Brad says, love a big old load. Oh, a big old bag. Oh my God, every load. I literally read, okay, a big old bag. Yeah, a dog walking bag, says Blue Bandit does. And Hermès and Louis Vuitton make bags that last for years. The last for years. And the more used they are, the more beautiful, in my opinion. I agree with you, Letty. Mine got twilly as well, but I have sweaty hands, says Dovey. Everybody's laughing. Yeah, Freud. I know, tiny dirt potato. Freud is having a laugh right now. And Natalie says, when I was a bit younger and started buying luxury bags, I never liked the look of the Birkin, but approaching my 40s and now I want one. Right? There's that as well. Julie says, Birkins just look like briefcases to me. I think the Kelly is cuter. Now, the fact that this one is also very used. Now, I'm not so sure if they used an authentic one in this movie. I'm not so sure if they used an authentic one. But either way, love the fact that it's slightly busted. It just makes it look amazing. And if that were not enough, from the Royal Tenenbaums, we move over to a Woody Allen movie. And here we have Blue Jasmine, Cate Blanchett, with a real Birkin. And I know it's real because, well, allegedly, because she does say in an interview, and I've watched the interview with Kate, saying that she didn't know that the bag was apparently just rented out for the movie, that Hermes PR team gave him the bag to use in the movie. And so they had to give it back after the movie was finished shooting. She did not know and she said she felt sorry because she mistreated the bag. Because she would just like drop it on the floor, put it on the floor when, when there's a break or a take, or just, she would treat it like it's her bag. She didn't think that it was just kind of on loan, which is hilarious. And we love Cate Blanchett, right? So I love that you mentioned Blue Jasmine from time to time. Yes, I do, Camille. Of course I do. Now, the way that Cate Blanchett utilizes the Birkin in the movie is also she lives with that Birkin. That Birkin is kind of like an extension of her own self, meaning the Birkin is not a bag that she has and that she wants to protect. Like we have this tendency of buying bags these days, luxury bags, and our entire existence starts revolving around the bags. We don't use the bags for our pleasure, but we kind of start functioning in function of the bag. So we protect the bag when we're out and about. We baby the bag when we're out and about. If it rains, we get wet, but we put an umbrella on top of the bag when we go out. It's like we've become slaves to the bags, when in reality, it's the bag that is supposed to help us in our daily motions, right? And what I love about seeing how the Birkins are used by all of these characters, by the way, I think this is also a Birkin 35 in size, how they all utilize them almost as an extension of them, of their own selves. It's an accessory. They use it, but it's always there with them. And as it's being used by them, it develops a patina and it ages. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful aging process. And these bags literally never disintegrate. The Real Shaki says, this is why I love Barinia leather from Hermes. It's dyed with oils, so it's naturally water repellent. Kev says, but I think she was also trying to hold on to her old life and identity, which is why she was always using the bag and the jacket. Well, she's not always using this jacket. She also wears a Missoni jacket in the movie, and other jackets as well. But what I want to say is, it's not just these movie characters, not just Cate Blanchett's character in The Blue Jasmine, but we also have in real life, we have Linda Evangelista, 40 years. She's not a character in a movie. It's real life, using her Birkin all the time. Same Kate Moss. Same thing. So it's that life, it's like that extension of yourself that the bag becomes, which really attracts me. And furthermore, the reason why I'm thinking of, well, ultimately going to have to get a Birkin sooner or later is because, and this is the sad part, y'all, is that Chanel does not give me that pleasure. What do I mean by that? By that I mean, you cannot you simply cannot wear your Chanel bags like that, like you would your Birkin, because they would break. Even when they used to be really good quality from the 90s or 80s, it's still a thinner leather, which can tear. So, you know, a lambskin timeless classic, if you were to use it and abuse it like you would a Birkin, it would not live 40 years. You know? And this is something I've come to a point where, like, I realized when I'm here in Melbourne, I took some bags with me, Chanel bags, also Vivienne Westwood bags and some Louis bags, but the Chanel bags are so delicate that I have to plan my entire outfit around the Chanel bag. Color transfer. Is it going to rain? Do I have a place to put the bag under if it is, so it doesn't get wet? Is it going to tear? It's like, it's very, very demanding. It's a diva, a Chanel bag. It's a diva. While a Birkin is not a diva. A Birkin is like, okay, let's go. Oh, you want an adventure? Okay, I'm coming along for the ride. Let's have an adventure. And this is the fundamental difference between the two brands. And I've come to a point where I want a bag that I can just enjoy without worries. You know what I mean? Kristen Heslop says, I think you're talking about the law of use. The more you use something, the stronger it becomes. That's a really good point. But stronger, like, because it has more power over you, or stronger in terms of it becomes a part of you and so you fear less to use it. A Chanel bag has power over you because it demands care. I don't think a Birkin demands much care. You know what I mean? So, hold on. So I would say if there's a journey to be had, that's a journey towards, and if you're scared of having a brand new Birkin and then you don't want to break it in, use it in, because you're like, oh, it costs so much, it's so expensive, I don't want it to get scratches and busted. Well, then in that case, maybe the way to go is vintage, used, secondhand, pre-loved, however you want to call it. Yes, there's a lot of replicas out there. It's very, very dangerous to purchase secondhand, but it might just be, oh my God, the sun is coming through the window. Look at this. I'm going to burn like a vampire, like the vampire that I am. Let me hide away from the sun. I'm trying to find for you guys also the one picture of the busted Kate Moss bag when she's partying. Oh, here it is. All right, are you ready to see the extra? This is the one I was talking to you about. Oh wait, maybe we need to make me big again. Hold on. Let me zoom out. Check out, look, good old Katie. Good old Katie with a busted Birkin. I'm gonna zoom it in. Busted Kelly, sorry, Busted Kelly. No, this is Kate Moss, dear. This is insane. Yeah. That back and telltales cha, right? Yeah. It's amazing. So, yes, exactly. Wow, that is Kate's Boss Babe bag. Probably rescued from a house fire, haha. Isn't it amazing though? This Kelly, it's awesome. Now this is at a point where this bag has lived a life. Love it. And this is the thing I'm telling you guys. You can't. Wow, look at this. We've never had a fashion bunker moment where light is hitting me like a mask. Light is a wait, hold on. Let me get it right there. Check this out. Ooh. It's amazing light. Um you can't get that level of wear with a Chanel bag, even with the vintage ones that are really good quality. They will fall apart. Like they will not withstand this amount of stress. Um, Most luckily not. Um, and for that reason, I think I might just start looking for a Birkin. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to never give up on love and subscribe.